G'day guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be doing my tips for round 11 of the season. Round 10 was a bit of a tough one, that's for sure, averaging 5 across the board. But that does breed opportunity, and where there's opportunity is me jumping up into second position right behind Shannon, who's been absolute stalwart up at the top of the table for a long period of time. But slowly creeping my way up the ladder. It's good to see me in the top two. Versing, I think last year was a bit more of a struggle. But quick look last week where it all went wrong. I guess Brisbane, that was a fair old upset. And I mean, from a Geelong fan perspective, I'll take that. Melbourne way too good for the Hawks. Hawks with a few out and just weren't quite up to it. And then the Giants, everyone would have gone the Giants. They seem to have a bit of a mulligan every now and again against the Eagles. So, let's get to it. We start our journey off Thursday night football. This one's at UTAS. We've got Hawthorn and Adelaide. I think it's going to be like 2 degrees or something like that from Gary Lyon's weather report. Hawthorn, they went down to the Ds as we saw quite comfortably. The Crows, however, were comfortable winners over North Melbourne. That was on their home deck, so they would have relished that for sure. Hawks record at UTAS is pretty tasty if you're a Hawks fan. And in general, I think they've won 2 of the last 3. Seem to marry up okay against Adelaide, especially in that midfield. I'm going to go the Hawks to bounce back. It'll be interesting to see without Gunston again, to see... the firepower, but they do have some solid cavalry coming back into the side. I think it's going to be pretty close. I'm going to go about 4 margins just popped up into my head right then. I'm going to go the Hawks by 13. They will respond. It will be pretty close. Adelaide do need to take a scalp though, so it's a massive game for them. But yeah, I've just with the quality of opposition, Hawthorn defeated versus Adelaide, I'm going to back the Hawks in. Friday night footy, Richmond and Essendon. This one, what clash is it? Dreamtime of the G. There we go. Richmond had a crack, weren't able to get the job done. Trying to remember who. Yeah, they played St Kilda. It was about 6 goals in the end. The Bombers, they went down as well. Who did the Bombers play? Not really sure. Freo. Fair enough. Yes, it was Freo. Yep. I haven't seen much. Haven't seen a stack of footy shows in recent times. Been pretty busy. 43-point winners. Docker's got off to a really good start. That's right. Yep, it's coming back to me now. I'll go the Bombers without much thought process there. I think Richmond will take it right up to them. It'll be pretty close. Both teams very similar win-loss. I mean, both are one game for the year. I just think the Bombers slightly better place, but it's very hard to tip Richmond. It also feels like a game that they could and should win. So that could come back to bite me. Let me reassess at the end to see if that's an upset that I'm willing to roll the dice on. Okay, Fremantle, they have St Kilda. This one will be at Optus Stadium. Fremantle, they were very good against the Bombers at the MCG away from home with a pretty solid win. And the Saints also did what they had to do against the Tigers, who, relatively competitive at Marvel. Freo at home's a very formidable force. And I think, they'll be too strong for the Saints. A couple of injuries. I think Naz may be out as well. And Higgins might be out. So that could be a couple of big ones for the Saints. That's some of the key playmakers. Super Saturday kicks off with North Melbourne. They have the Gold Coast Suns. North Melbourne got absolutely trounced by the Crows, especially in that second term. 10 goals to nothing, or 2 points to no goals. The Gold Coast Suns did it pretty comfortably over Port Adelaide, who, they kicked a couple late, but damage was already done. I think it was about 25 points thereabouts. 25 on the dot. At Marvel, so definitely give North a decent shake at this one. Again, I don't think they're quite good enough to get the win, but I think they'll give Gold Coast some troubles, I reckon, throughout the game. But I'll go Gold Coast to win. Okie dokie. What a big game we have here. First versus third. Saturday afternoon, we have Geelong and Sydney, the twilight game here. Geelong, very good over Brisbane, 40-point victors there. Sydney just going at the moment. They won by a goal against not the Swans, the Pies. And also, they were too good there. What a game. It's going to be very, very exciting to watch. No doubt about that. Lots of intrigue. I'm going to go Geelong here. Last time Geelong played Sydney in Geelong was 2023. It was a good win. Geelong won by 93 points, I'm pretty sure it was. That was a really good game, unveiling the flag, and looked like the Cats are back, but they weren't. At that stage, I think Sydney are just going at the moment. I only got over the line against North Melbourne and only got over the line against the Pies, and they Collingwood kind of blew their chances, and Steam went down with an ACL, which is unfortunate. So, yeah, look, I think the Cats will be a little bit buggered from all the travel and the 5-day breaks, but that they had to endure there. But yeah, I think Geelong in a close one. Over to the MCG. Scott Pendlebury's 33rd game, record-breaking game. Congratulations to him. What a remarkable career and player he has been and continues to be. Pies have this one. They've won a couple. They've had a draw, so they're about 2.5 in the last 5. So they're literally 50-50. The Eagles, they had an impressive win over GWS. Far too good for them in the end, and that takes them to win number 3 for the year, which is quite impressive for them. When the Pies have got 4.5 wins potentially, if my maths is correct. 4.5 wins at round 11. So yeah, they've got a bit of work to do, the Pies, and it's no absolute guarantee in the bag. You'd think they would do everything right by Scott to win, but yeah, I'll go the Pies here. MCG could be 95,000 plus. I hope there's 100,000 to be honest, but yeah, get along for Scotty Pendlebury's record-breaking game. It might not ever get broken. It'd be very tough to eclipse him here, I would have thought. Okie dokie, Saturday night football. We have Port Adelaide, and they are hosting Carlton. Port Adelaide, recent form, not amazing. 1 out of their last 5. Carlton also 1 out of their last 5. They've won 2 games for the year. Port went down to Gold Coast by 25 points. That one was in Darwin, so they had a red hot crack. Carlton, they got the win. Unfortunately, no more Michael Voss. Fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it. They were too tough for the Dogs. Able to get the win, get the job done. A bit of a pressure valve release there. They got Port Adelaide a couple of years ago, I think. It was a blistering final turn that got the job done. But yeah, assuming Port are normal and healthy and there's not Zach Butters out and 20 of their best players out, I'm going to go Port Adelaide as a safe one here to get the job done. But yeah, no doubt Carlton this will be a kick or 2 in it. I can just about guarantee it. Okie dokie. NG Stadium, Sunday games, the 2 Sunday games, kind of weird to not have many games on. But anyway, GWS and the Brisbane Lions. GWS at NG Stadium. They went down to the Eagles, not looking too great at the moment. Their season's hanging on by a thread, seemingly, although they do know how to charge in that back half of the year, but still a lot of work to do. Brisbane, they're kind of just going as well, but again, I've got no concerns or worries for them at this stage. What are they, 6 wins? They'll be fine. They'll come again and win 9 or 10 in a row. Whatever they need to do, they'll figure it out, so I'm not concerned. Based on the current form line, I'd say Brisbane to get the job done. I think in recent times, though, the Giants, they have won 3 of their last 5, so it's not... Yeah, it's nothing too crazy, but one of those games was, the likelihood of Brisbane winning that was very unlikely, so almost 4 of the last 5. But yeah, look, the Giants definitely know how to beat Brisbane at home, but I suspect Brisbane to be too strong here. Last game in the round, tricky one. We've got the Western Bulldogs up against Melbourne. This one will be at Marvel Stadium. Doggies, they went down to the Blues. It was about 14 points or 8 points. I can't remember what the margin was in the end. Melbourne, very impressive over the Hawks and, very nicely tracking along. What have they got? They've got 7 wins next to their name, so their current form's really good, stacking the wins and winning against some good sides as well. I'm going to have to go Melbourne just off current form. Marvel makes it really interesting to see how they go under the lid. We know the Dogs love it under there. But, yeah, Bont's been a bit sore and he can't play amazing and sore forever. So, yeah, I just think the D's have a few more weapons at their disposal there. If they can get their game going, they'll be good as gold. Let me see if there's any I want to change here because I don't want to go all the favourites either. Which, I try not to do that. But I have done so far, and look, I'm gonna remain. I'll stay strong here. I do want to change to Richmond there, but yeah, look, I'll just go with. I won't go try and be too tricky. Okay, let's have a look. So we've got Hawthorn by 13, Essendon to win, Freo, Gold Coast, Geelong, Collingwood, Port Adelaide, Brisbane, Melbourne to win. So not too many upsets here. All right, well, that's it from me, folks. I hope you enjoyed. Get the video a like, subscribe away so you can see how I'm tracking in the tipping every week. And also, if you need any pointers, you're welcome to watch on and see how I've tackled it. Sitting top 2 at the moment, so going okay. Long season. It's a marathon, but looking good so far, better than halfway down the ladder, which I have been in the past. But yeah, any upsets, thoughts on who you're going to pick over the weekend, chuck in the comments. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. Have a good one, and I'll catch you all next time.